Today, we're going to do a follow-up video of my unboxing and review the Fuji X-A5. All right, so guys, let me just start by saying this camera is fantastic. It does everything I need it to do. It does it in a small size. The battery lasts forever. I've been using it for a couple days and we've been recharging it, but I've never had a problem. I never ran out of battery on it with recording. There have been a couple things that are important to point out, or a couple things that I'd like to talk about, which I think would be important for you guys to know before making a decision and before making a purchase. For me, this is a fantastic camera. I like the interchangeable lenses. I like the size. The flip-up screen is necessary to be able to see what I'm doing. Because what I want to be able to do is I want to be able to have a couple different lenses to be able to use when I'm going around and blogging, have the ability to change things up as I go. So I'll start with the good things. The good things are, like I said, the size. The size is fantastic. The interchangeable lenses are amazing. You have tons of options, as many options as you can think of. The lens that this takes is the XC lens for Fuji. So you have lots of options on lens. The kit lens is good. It works for what I need it to do, but I do want to find a wide angle lens to be able to use when I'm walking around. I don't want to hold my arm way out. Quality is great. The sound is not as clear as it is on my microphone that I have here, obviously, but that's because it's an internal microphone on the camera versus an external audio microphone like the Yeti that I'm using in front of me. So really, I can't say enough good things about the camera. The build quality is fantastic. All the options are great. I don't use it for shooting pictures. I don't need it for just pictures. And if I need something for pictures, honestly, I grab my phone. I've got the Pixel 2 XL, so the image quality for pictures on that is fantastic. The video wasn't as good. The video out of the Fuji here seems to be perfect. Now, there are a couple things to be aware of, though. If you're in the market for a camera to do vlogging, this could be the perfect setup for you. But what you do need to be aware of is a couple things. So number one, the recording time on a video at 60 frames a second at 1080p is limited to 15 minutes. So after 15 minutes, the recording will stop and you have to start a new one. Why this is there is actually a safety precaution to make sure that you don't overheat the camera. So it's not a huge problem for people that are vlogging shorter films or shorter bits at a time and compiling it all into a piece of software. The second thing to be aware of is actually something to do with the interchangeable lenses that I personally love, but some people don't. This little guy right here, which is your lens cap, it very easily could get lost. So something just to be aware of. And then I would say a third thing that I would probably be aware of with this is with how you have your setup. So me personally, I have a microphone here on my desk. It's a USB mic that runs up to my computer and it gives me really good audio. And I've got it sitting on a little stand so that it's right in my face. It seems to be a really good setup for me. So I can use the flip-up screen without having anything impeding the view. But with the shoe being where it is for a microphone, if you're going to use like a Rode audio mic or something like that, the shoe on top of the camera will work perfectly for that mic. However, it will block your viewfinder. So something to be aware of if that's something that you're, or if that's a setup that you're going for, is that you may, depending on how important that is to you to be able to see yourself throughout the entire recording, your view is going to be blocked. In my initial unboxing, I mentioned that there's a 3.5 millimeter jack on the side of the camera. I have to correct that. It's a 2.5 millimeter jack. That's, I guess, the standard audio jack that Fuji puts in. So your standard 3.5 mil headphone jack or microphone jack won't fit in it natively. You'll have to buy an adapter, depending on what your setup is. So I mean, it's a really quick review, guys, but I want to get something out there following a week of use for the camera. Guys, I'm going to put up a piece of recording that I did with just the X-A5's microphone. So you can hear what it sounds like on the X-A5 microphone compared to having external audio. So we played poker we lost. Ended up losing 400, a couple hands. Just didn't go our way. Ran into a couple really big hands, a couple really bad spots. Made some good reads though. But all in all, guys, I'm very happy with the camera. It's working out very well for me. The build quality is fantastic, and I really have nothing bad to say about the camera. For $750 that I paid for it, yes, it's a lot of money, but if you need to improve the video quality of what you're doing, it's a good investment, as long as you're not going over 15 minutes. So anyways, guys, that's a follow-up review on the Fuji X-A5. I'm very happy with the camera, and I'll probably end up doing another follow-up in another couple of weeks to give myself some more time to learn the camera, learn if there's anything that I'm not a big fan of or anything that I really can't live with or can't live without. And I'll put that up for us or for you guys to see. Apart from that, you guys will probably see some vlogs coming out from me using this camera, and that'll be good reference points for how the camera looks and how the camera sounds on a day-to-day basis while I'm around the city and vlogging. So cheers, guys. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed the review.